Hi Aquarius, welcome to your April 2021 Astro Update. It's Raina here. So as the month of April begins, there will be an emphasis on your mind. Now, Aquarians, you are an air sign, so that is something that you already are familiar with. And another air sign is Gemini. And Aries for you, which is where the sun is at the beginning of the month, along with Venus, is in a mental house, like the third house. And that is Gemini's house in the universal chart. So the other thing, too, is that Mercury rules that house because it rules Gemini. And so Mercury is going into that house as well on the 3rd of the month. So right at the beginning of the month, you have 3 planets in this house that has to do with teaching and learning, especially with like tutoring or the lower grades. This is kind of mundane knowledge. It can be like taking some kind of training course. I've heard that for the 3rd house. I've also heard that for the 9th house. So sometimes you get these things that are a little bit, maybe there's slight distinctions, but how I see the 3rd house is like gaining new skills. And so this could involve some kind of, also another thing is, I never can think of that word, like internship, something along those lines. And this is a house of communication. So writing, the media, social media, I would put in the 3rd as well. But 11th house is the internet. There's these kind of similarities sometimes. So it's just being very active mentally and maybe like communicating your beliefs for some reason, your ideas. With Venus, this can be finding love through some kind of even online dating service. I would put in the 3rd house, or social media, something like that, or reconnecting with somebody romantically from that arena. On the 11th, there is a new moon here at 22 degrees of Aries. So yes, there is so much going on that has to do with this aspect of your life. Oh, another big part of the 3rd house can be your siblings. So if you're communicating with them more, maybe having some new developments with them. Sometimes if there are family matters in general that will follow suit, that you're talking more to your brothers and sisters. I think aunts and uncles and cousins also fall into this house. Your neighbors, your local area, so civic activities can be the 3rd house. And it's just like, doing local stuff, maybe you're just having fun being around town and that kind of thing. It's funny because I don't understand why I don't have any planets in the 3rd house. I feel like I'm like that, on a daily basis, and yet I have no planets there. So, even astrology has its limitations sometimes. What can I tell you? On the 14th, Venus goes into Taurus. So there's another fixed sign, Aquarius, and since it's a fixed sign in front of you, we're talking about the angular house in front of you, which is the 4th house of home and family. Venus is in here. So Venus can be about money. This could be obtaining some kind of a profit from a house property that you're selling, or you're gathering the funds to buy a new home. This can be, again, we're talking about siblings. Has there been some kind of a will that has been doled out to each sibling, and now you have the money to buy your own property? You might be decorating your home, painting new furniture, spending money to gussy it up somehow. just having a harmonious home life. And yeah, on the 19th, Mercury and the Sun go into this area as well. So it started in that third house. Now it's in the fourth house. Also, the fourth house can be your parents. You know, boy, do I wish I could just say the mother and have that be the definitive thing. But then, people tell me, no, it's the father. It can be either parent, but the more nurturing parent, or just say family of origin. Harmony, receiving money from them for whatever reason. That's Venus, but Mercury and the Sun can be more connected with your preoccupation at this time, your emphasis, what you're thinking about, what you're embodying. So that homebody, or that person who is very much involved with something to do with real estate. Mercury here could be researching properties, or Mercury can be documents that are associated with maybe some kind of a lease, not lease. Well, I guess it could be like a lease or a rental, but I was thinking of a mortgage and that kind of thing. On the 23rd, Mars goes into Cancer. So now we're talking about the sixth house for you. And so Mars, for a good portion of the month, for the first few weeks, is actually in Gemini, fellow air sign. So this is fifth house for you, and can be very hot and heavy, hubba hubba, because Mars can be the libido, and the fifth house can be casual sex or recreational sex. The fifth house is fun. I mean, that is certainly not the only thing that the fifth house represents. It represents romance. It represents creativity. You could be really deeply involved in some creative pursuit. But the fifth house is also competitive, sports, including competitive sports. Maybe you are competing with others in some kind of competition. Fifth house is pleasure. So there's just an active thing. There can be a physicality. That's why I say about sports with Mars. And it's also the house of conceiving children. So, if Mars is here, there might be such a drive to conceive and things like that. And that could play into these transits in the fourth house, because that can be, building your family. Actually, let me think. Yeah, and even like buying a new home because you want to expand your family and you're trying to have more children, that's a possibility. And then on the 23rd, when Mars goes into Cancer, we're talking about a very practical house, the sixth house, which is ruled by Virgo in the universal chart and has to do with your work life, your daily routine, and your health. And so if you are thinking of getting pregnant, you might be also trying to enhance that by your nutrition and being, actively pursuing it. With Mars, there's a very, or even like if you're competing, if you've been thinking about competing in some kind of sport, or you've already done it, you may realize that you have to work out more. There's that physicality with the sixth house can be about improving health from the standpoint of moving your body. I think especially Mars can bring conflict in the sixth house. This can be in the workplace. Of course, it can also be just like ambition, drive, maybe working overtime and having the physical stamina to do so. And on the 26th, we have a full moon at 7 degrees of Scorpio, another fixed sign. And this is coming before you. So that other angular house that I'm talking about is the 10th house of career. Now, I'm not going to get into specifics because I think that would be dangerous. I don't think it works out exactly as I thought it did. But if you're an early degree Aquarian, this will likely fall in your 10th house of career. And this could be recognition and even a promotion, something like that. For some of you who are older, that could even be the time that you are wrapping up your career. Full moons can bring something to completion, so it could be like retiring. There could be some kind of well, I mean, this is a little bit of an exaggeration. Say fame, or becoming more well known in your field. For the rest of you, this is going to fall in the 9th house, and it's going to have more of an emphasis on the abstract mind. This is another mental house. This is also the house of publishing, so anything that you're completing, like a book or, like a longer range writing project. Also, this is academia, and this could be some kind of I don't know, like a high point in your academic life. If you're a professor, for sure, maybe some kind of a promotion, but also graduation day and, wrapping up your college studies. So, yeah, and even this is the God house, so there could be like some kind of a spiritual download or something that deals with your attitude towards life, your life philosophy. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope that you enjoyed this and it resonated. If you'd like a personal reading, I've been promoting my double readings because I've been doing a lot of those. I think the reason I've been doing a lot of them is because I do offer them at a special price, and they are longer readings, so it allows for more time. Dealing with the chart analysis, dealing with the transits, and also I have, and that's called a deep dive reading, and I have the whole enchilada, which is like a natal chart with transits as one reading and a tarot reading for the other one, for people who like both. So you can check out those readings and the other readings I offer at the link below. I'm at RainaMoonAstrology.com. Thank you for listening. Take care. Bye.